Man, they have been bad all evening. Like, the entire night. They have been really bad and fighting, making a lot of noise, making us reshoot things. And now they're just trying to kill each other. Okay. Now, Kepler, I'm not an expert, but I'd say that Sagan probably doesn't like that very much. Dear God. They're crazy. By the way, hello everyone, and welcome to Thursday. Thursday. Whew, good Lord. There's been a lot going on, obviously. I don't have to tell you that. It's stuff you already know. We've been working really hard. We've been getting a lot done. But interesting bit of news today. Today was VidCon, or maybe VidCon lasts a few days. Anyway, YouTube was there, and YouTube got up on stage and was like, hey, we got some features we want to tell you about. And the F word, whenever it comes to YouTube, is a very scary one. Anytime YouTube mutters features, it normally means that something's going to break, or they broke something. We're going to give you something you don't need, and in order to do it, we're going to break some stuff. That's historically been, the way YouTube has operated. But they said that they were doing this, and they tweeted that, oh, we're bringing some features out, and everyone was worried. But then they brought out a feature list, and it's good stuff. And I'm like, whoa, holy crap. You guys want to know what it is? Yeah, you do. All right, let's go over it. First and foremost, I'm going to be reading you. This is straight off of youtubecreator.blogspot.com. This is the official blog thing from YouTube. If it just broke my screen. There are a few things in here that don't really matter. There's a few things that matter a little more to me, but I'm going to go over them briefly. First off, YouTube Creator Studio. This is basically a new app that lets you see things better on mobile. Because right now, YouTube has an app, but you can log in and you can, reply and stuff, but you can't really see your crap. It doesn't work like that. You can't see analytics. You can't manage videos in a good way. So now they're letting you do that. So that's good. That's not a bad thing. Apparently it came out on Android first and is launching on iOS in the coming weeks, which is weird because normally it's the other way around, but whatever. Audio library now has sound effects. I tweeted that earlier, and a lot of people thought I was being sarcastic because I was like, good addition, and everyone's like, sarcasm, but no, I actually meant that. I mean, having more free stuff available to you is not a bad thing, so yeah, I mean, that's good. I don't think people really have a hard time getting sound effects in the first place. They just go online and they're like, ship exploding with man inside strangling chicken .wav, and they can find it. Well, maybe not that one. If you find that one, you let me know. I've been looking for it for a long time. But the audio library having sound effects is, it's a good thing. Also, they're adding new tracks, and the music in the audio library is really good. I use it for a lot of stuff. Anytime you've heard music on the vlog and the Let's Plays that aren't a part of the game music over the last, 6 months, it's been from the library. It's really good. In fact, there's some music that I've matched so well that people thought it was from the game, and the end sites of GTA 5 and GTA Online, that's from the audio library. That's not from the game. People always thought it was from the game. Anyway, the biggest thing that I'm most excited about, 60 frames per second. YouTube is getting 60 frames per second. That's exciting. For those who are not in the know, video generally runs at, I guess a variety of speeds, but normally you're watching video in one of two speeds. You're watching in 30 frames a second or 24 frames a second. Cinema is shot at 24. I shoot my vlogs at 24 because I prefer the look of it. If you watch a daytime television show, the soap opera, they call it the soap opera look, 30 frames a second. But if you're playing a computer game, you're probably playing it at 60 frames per second. Or if you're playing a console game that knows what's up, generally some Nintendo games, actually. It's really sad that Nintendo has always been regarded as one that has the least amount of power, but when it comes to doing 60 frames per second, most Nintendo games run at 60 frames per second when the other guys don't. 360 games, PS3 games, very few of them run at 60. But Mario Kart Wii ran at 60. Obviously, Mario Kart 8 does. Some of the PS2 games that have been ported to PS3, like God of War, the God of War collection, they run at 60. The thing is, I've been uploading videos at 60 for a long time. Like, if the game was at 60, I captured it at 60, and I exported it at 60, and I uploaded it at 60. So I'm hoping that when they do this move in the next few months, everything will just convert over. That's what happened back in the day when they moved to HD. YouTube didn't always have HD video, but if you had uploaded an HD file, you know, a long time ago, when it switched over to HD, it just started looking HD. You didn't have to re-upload it. So I'm hoping that that happens the same way with the 60 frames per second. If it does, you'll be able to go back and watch God of War. You'll be able to go back and watch Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart Wii and some other stuff, and it'll look beautiful. I think Shadow of the Colossus also was 60. You'll be able to go back and watch that at 60, which is going to be stunning. A few other things. Fan funding. There's a website called Patreon, which basically allows viewers to give money to content creators, generally in exchange for perks of some kind. Basically, YouTube is taking that idea and building it into the site, you know, so you can do it like straight from the channel. It's a cool idea. It's not something that I plan on using, but if there was, I don't know, if there's a lot of people asking about it, I might set it up, but I don't know about the whole perk thing. I'm working, you know, incredibly hard as it is to create content, so asking me to, you know, do other things for money, essentially, would be probably a little too taxing. A lot of people do perks like, you can email me and I'll respond, or, you know, you can give me an idea for a video and I'll make it, or I'll write you a song. And I'm like, oh god, that stuff all scares me a little bit, because I'm like, I'm already pressed for time. But if people wanted to do donations and they were through YouTube, I wouldn't be like completely opposed. I just don't have a need for it. It's like, I'm doing fine, people are watching my videos, so I don't want to come across like, hey, give me money, because I'm okay. So it's probably not something I would use, but it's cool that the idea is there. They have another thing called creator credits, which they talk about and then don't elaborate enough on, so you have no idea what it is. But then the next thing is really interesting. Subtitles from fans, which means that when you guys watch a video, you can make your own subtitles, and then you can submit them, and then I will get them in my box or whatever, and I can be like, yeah, that's right, those are correct, and I can hit yes. And hopefully there's going to be one where, like, if multiple people submit stuff and it's all the same, it just knows that it's right, and then it, you know, confirms them. This is a big deal because, and honestly, it never used to be a big deal to me, but Haley, who, you know, knows sign languages and actually big into the deaf community, she's the one that talked to me about it last August when she visited. She said, you know, you should really subtitle your videos, and if it's too much work, I will do it. You know, I will go through and subtitle these videos so you can reach a bigger audience, because it's apparently a big problem. You know, people who are deaf want to enjoy YouTube and, you know, aspects of the internet, and they can't. And I was like, I agree, but it's a lot of energy, especially for one person. And for a while we were actually thinking about mounting up a project where we tried to reach out to you guys and say, hey, we're going to subtitle everything and try to do it. It's a little daunting to go back and do that for, you know, years of video, but we were going to try. But this fixes that. This is like, bam. I mean, you guys can actually write the subtitles, and I can just, you know, hit a checkbox and they go into effect. So this is going to be awesome, not just for my channel, but for all channels. All channels are going to be able to more accurately reach, you know, new viewers, and we won't be keeping that content from them, which is really, really cool. So they talked about this in the past, and I was a fan of that. And then the only other thing worth mentioning is they call them info cards, but what they say, I'm just reading what it says, annotations are useful, but not as ridiculously good looking as, say, Blue Steel. In the near future, you'll see our new interactive information cards with a clean look, which you'll be able to program once to work across desktop phones and tablets. Now, I'm reading that as mobile annotations that work across the board. It sounds like they might be done slightly differently, but I'm crossing my fingers that YouTube doesn't screw this up. They know how important annotations are. I don't think they're going to screw up that, you know, as badly as we think they might. Annotations are important, but they've never been on mobile, and that's been an issue. You know, at the end of my videos, I have my end slate, and 50% of you can't click on them, because only 50% of you are watching from a computer. So the other ones just look at the pretty scrolling pictures. I have links in the description, but maybe you didn't even know that, so they don't go down and check them. It kind of sucks. But this is all great news. This is all really fantastic stuff. Some of it's available now, some of it's coming soon, but it looks like 2014 is going to be a pretty good year for YouTube. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a good time. Anyway, feel free to talk about all this stuff down below. As far as like a UI point of view, not much has changed. The only thing worth mentioning that I don't like, I'll show you guys this real quick because this is kind of a problem. Here on a generic YouTube page, if I wanted to get to like Video Manager, I come up here and I click. No longer can I click Video Manager. Now I have to click Creator Studio. So it actually takes me an additional click to get to where I want to go, and that's kind of problematic. That's a bit of an issue. I wish they wouldn't have done that, but I mean, since they're adding 60 FPS, I'll overlook it for now. Talk about all the stuff down below. Long video, and I apologize for that. I apologize for myself because I'm going to have to edit this very, very soon. But discuss it, and I'll take a look and be in the comments with you guys and see what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and don't miss tomorrow. I don't know what's happening tomorrow, but something will. We normally get this 8-piece meal, and I've never known that you could get French fries, because when you look on the menu thing, they're like, hey, pick your fixin', and I'm always like, macaroni, or mashed potatoes, or dirty rice.
Trust us.
Oh, to the left.
Follow me.
I think I'm going in circles.
No, I won't go.